Hello friends, in this video I am going to tell you about Maharana Pratap. Maharana Pratap was born on 9 May in 1540. Maharana Pratap was the eldest son of the Rana of Mewar, Uday Singh. Pratap was born in the royal palace of Kumbhalgarh. His childhood was spent in Chittor and he received his education, military and spiritual training in Chittor. Maharana Pratap grew into a bold and courageous young man. Before ascending the royal throne, Prince Pratap was addressed by the name of Kika. Maharana Pratap's first victory was over the Baghad estate. According to Amar Kavya, the second victorious feat of Maharana Pratap was his victory over the Rathore of Salumbad. His third achievement was the victory over the Gowad estate. Maharana Pratap was coronated to the throne on 28 February in 1572. After his accession to the throne, Maharana Pratap started to gather the military power needed to face the Mughal Sultanate. The mass annihilation of 30,000 Rajputs by the Muslims rural in Chittor and the Johar of the ladies were engraved on his psyche. By 1572, Mewar was surrounded on all sides by Muslims-ruled territories. In the present situation, two options lay before Maharana Pratap. First was the path adopted by Amer Marwar and other Rajput states of Rajasthan, that is, accepting the subservience of Akbar and bury their pride and self-respect, which would have brought additional Jagirs to Mewar. The other option was a struggle against the massive Mughal forces, which seemed next to impossible in the then situation. Maharana Pratap had neither sufficient forces nor enough allies. Most of the Indian rulers had bowed down before Akbar. In 1572, Akbar lured Maharana Pratap to negotiations, but the latter refused Akbar's offer. Akbar wanted Maharana Pratap to accept his superiority. In 1573, Akbar sent Raja Mansingh to Maharana Pratap for these negotiations, but Maharana Pratap refused to go to Agra to pay his obeisance to Akbar in his court. After this, Akbar sent Raja Bhagwan Das and later Raja Todal Mal, but these two failed to bring Rana to Akbar's court. Dr. Smith has called Maharana Pratap a true patriot. According to him, Maharana Pratap's biggest crime was his patriotism. Owing to his superior policies, Akbar had managed to bring most of the Rajputs under him and could not tolerate Rana's independence, freedom and superiority. So when he failed to bring Rana down to his knees, he decided to use force to do so. Akbar humiliated Maharana Pratap by sending an underage Mansingh, who was not equal to Maharana Pratap either in status, ability, experience or age, for talks. Because of this error on Akbar's part, the relation between the two deteriorated further. Maharana Pratap did not share a meal with Mansingh, instead sent his son, who was of the same age as Mansingh, for the same. Refusal to dine was importunate on Rana's part. Many historians have rated this act of the Rana as inappropriate and obstinate. Tough, Akbar did make an effort to correct the mistake made by him, but Rana did not think it correct to surrender and bow down before a foreign imperialist. If Maharana Pratap accepted supremacy, the heads of all Rajput clans would have hung in shame. Self-respect, patriotism, desire for independence would have all come into an end. Maharana Pratap decided to keep his independence, pride and feeling of self-respect alive. Actually, Akbar could not bear an independent Indian ruler. Historians term Ashok as humanitarian, compromising and peaceful, but Akbar had cruelly crushed progressive and innocent Rajputs, Durgavati, Chand Bibi, etc., and had made the masses weak and dependent. The first mass annihilation took place in Chittor and performed multiple marriages with anti-Islamic ladies. He used politics, his religious policy, his Rajput policy, Deen-e-Ilahi, everything to enhance his power, influence, reputation and supremacy. There was a total lack of his power, nobility, true secularism and humanitarianism in him. He created a divide between the people of his region and causing mutual animosity between them, destroyed their unity. Owing to all this reason and to fight for the lost honor of the Rajputs, Rana pledged to fight to the last. In the year 1576, Akbar with his massive army had surrounded Rana Pratap. After a fierce battle exhibiting war skill, Rana thought it best to leave the battleground. He faced many terrible difficulties but did not accept defeat. Rana Pratap defeated Akbar in many small battles and started winning back many of lost forts, except 2 forts. Akbar's forces were forced to retreat in many places. As long as Rana was alive, Akbar could not do much in Chittor, neither could he capture Rana nor force him to surrender. This policy had an adverse effect on the economic condition of the Mughal Empire till the death of Maharana Pratap in 1597 and Akbar in 1605. Mughals could not place a foot inside the Mewar. Mewar held on its independence. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you very much.